Hey there, everybody. It's the author Andrew Snorton, and you're joining me for the Fast 15. As we typically do each and every Wednesday about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we take no more than about 15 minutes to kind of pause, check up, check in, enjoy an encouraging note from any of my books or audiobooks. When it's the first Wednesday of the month, I'll pull a selection from a fellow author that I feel has been real helpful for me and hopefully helpful for you. We close out with a few announcements and just some encouraging words, because sometimes you can't wait till the end of the day or the beginning of the next day, or for those of you in the faith community, you might not be able to wait until the midweek service or what have you. So hopefully this time for us to kind of pause and reboot is just something that's helping you. It does help me to kind of slow my roll and regain perspective. As you know, life be life in sometimes. So I appreciate everybody taking time to join me and join us, as well as liking, adding, sharing, and supporting. To stay connected with me, the easiest way is going to be on Instagram at AuthorASnorton. When you click on the link in the bio, it'll take you to my Linktree, which is linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton. So when you click on the link in the bio and or click on my link tree, it'll take you to all the info there. So we still got the sign, of course, but it'll take you to the website, all the social media handles, the Amazon author page, the archival editions of the Conversation Corner with the Status Network, the collaborative coffee brand that we have with Fonte's Coffee, the Author Andrew Snorton blend, interviews, the newsletter, and more. So I thank each and every one of you again for liking, sharing, supporting, inboxing, all that type of stuff. Every little bit helps. So I just want to say thank you. Before we get into our topic for the day, I'm going to enjoy a sip of some really good coffee. And it really is good. So I'm enjoying the medium roast right now of the Author Andrew Snorton blend. We have a decaf, light, medium, and bourbon infused, and we're working on another one that we'll hope to drop real soon. So shouts to our friends at Fonte's Coffee. Before we get into the book, and you kind of know where I'm going to go with this one, I always try to take a moment to acknowledge people. We know that there are people who legitimately are going through a hard time. Sometimes it's due to finances, it's due to physical health, mental health. For those of you in the faith community, you're having those types of battles, and things along those lines. And there are times that life really is legit tough, and it is legit hard, and it is legit challenging. Just want to say that anybody going through one of those legit rough side of the mountain type moments, we're sending a word of encouragement out to you. Please, please, please go through the range of emotions you need to kind of get stuff out of your system and get your head, mind, and spirit clear. Pause and take inventory as best as possible. If you see that you need professional help and have access to it, please get it, and that's okay. If you need to just kind of change up your routine or change up the people you're around, it might be your diet, the food you're eating, the stuff you're drinking. It could be what you're listening to. Please take inventory of the things you need, and constructively as possible, start going through it and growing through it, because we want you to do so. And in doing so, you'll have a stronger testimony that can help somebody else out. So we're counting on you, but we're praying for you and with you. We know on the other end of the spectrum, things are going real well for a lot of people. People are starting to turn the corner when life is lifing. Some positive things, expected, unexpected, all that type of stuff. So if that sounds like you or someone you know, congratulations on the good things that are happening. Do take time to pause and celebrate, because you know what you had to work through, what you were led through in order to get there. Let's feed off that positive energy, use it as a springboard for what's next, but let's keep it in perspective. So those are things I always try to do with each and every time that we talk. So for today, I know, quotes and notes, something's on the horizon, is the current release. And it's part think piece, because all the quotes are original quotes, with the exception of one that I borrowed from my grandmother. But deeper than the deep thought is the logic and rationale behind it, so you know exactly what the meaning is. And then it's space for you to journal if you agree, if you disagree, if you want to go deeper. And just like we talk about our physical health, we have to talk about between our left and right ears, or right and left ears. Well, you know what I mean. But we got to be conscious of what we put in our head, because it's going to show up, in some way, shape, or form. So the quote I'm going to pull from, I got reminded about it yesterday, and I'll give the backstory on it. So here it goes. I'm not from round here, so I don't do what people from round here do. Let me run it back again. I'm not from round here, so I don't do what people from around here do. Now, I would say that to be silly, because, as many of you know, grew up in New Jersey, based in the metro Atlanta area. And, I'd say it to be silly, but the more I think about it, that's actually kind of like a badge of honor. And here's what I mean by that. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. I know. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing. You don't have to do it exactly the way that everyone else is doing. Think about, I don't know, your favorite food to prepare. Here's one. When you barbecue chicken, some people marinate 24 hours. Some people marinate 12 hours. Just that in and of itself, it's okay to do things a little bit different. Some use one set of seasoning and glaze and all that type of stuff. Others don't, but that's okay. It's all right to be a little bit different and do things a little bit differently. And I got reminded of that yesterday when I was wearing my educator hat and doing a test prep session for a student who's retaking his ACT. And the analogy that I came up with is house rules. So if you've ever played a card game or something along those lines, spades comes to mind. How you play it at your house, the rules may be different somewhere else, and you've got to make adjustments to the rules of how they play it there. And I kind of use that analogy in regards to how to address that particular test. Is you got to understand the rules of that particular test or that particular thing. And once you understand that, then you can go ahead and play. So it's all about, it's okay if you're from a different space and place. It's okay if you move a little bit differently, if you do it differently, as long as what you're doing is grounded in your holistic growth, whether it's your spiritual growth, your personal growth, your professional growth, community, how you engage. If it's allowing you to get better and put people in a better space and place, an improved space and place, then it's okay to move a little bit differently. It's okay to be a little bit different. Heck, how many authors do you know can sip on a cup of coffee with their name on it? I mean, I'm just saying, who does that? Me. No, but all I'm saying is it is okay to be who you are and whose you are. Define who you are, develop who you are, move a little bit differently, move a little bit creatively, because you doing that means you can leave a different type of positive impact on your families, friends, loved ones, communities, you name it. So again, one more time, as I'm going to run this quote back. Not from around here, so I don't do what people from around here do, and that's okay. And that's our message from the day. From Quotes and Notes, something's on the horizon. So as we get ready to do a couple of things, this time last Wednesday, had another great experience in Lincoln, Illinois, the Hunt For Foundation and their tremendous programming around Juneteenth. Shouts to them. Shouts to other folks who are out there. DJ Love, Frat holding it up. The Lincoln Public Library District, the Springfield African American Museum of History, all of you guys and everybody else, all the participants, V8 Vast Change, everybody doing their thing. And it was great to see not only, I'll say, Black history celebrated, but to see people from all different walks of life coming out and about and connecting and community building. So shouts to everybody who made that another great experience, the third year in a row. And I'm just going to go ahead and sign up for year 4. So we'll see what happens. Upcoming places and spaces where you can catch me. July 6th, I'm very excited. July 6th at Greater Piney Grove Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia. I'll be a participating author/vendor for the inaugural Fun Run, which is a run walk done by the iconic Iota Zeta Sigma chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Is done in the memory of one of their chapter members who transitioned, avid runner, walker. So a portion of the proceeds for July 6th, we're going to the American Heart Association. If you follow me on social media, especially on Instagram, you've seen the flyer, and I have that info in my current newsletter. So when you click on the link in the bio for my Instagram, very first thing is a newsletter. Make sure to check it out. So shouts to, some really good folks in that chapter and in that sorority and our entire D9. And speaking of the Divine Nine, shouts to everybody coming to Atlanta for the Atlanta Greek Picnic. So for our noble Greeks, fraters, members of our sororities, have a good weekend, have fun, network. Please be safe while you're out and about. But like I said, the next event will be July 6th. I know for August 3rd, I'll be in Hampton, Virginia, thanks to Social Butterflies Foundation for their event taking place at the Boo Williams Athletic Complex. Check my social media on that and check them out. I should be working on a couple other things for July, so stay tuned on the social media newsletter. Shouts again for my friends at Fonte's Coffee. Again, the decaf, the light roast, the medium roast, the bourbon infused. Click on the link in the bio for all that info so you can order online. But in my newsletter, I have a listing of some of the different venues where you can go and request. And if you don't have it at your favorite space and place, please make sure to request it. Gosh, there's so many people to give shouts to. Shouts to our friends in the QC, Charlotte, North Carolina, Jazzy B for real. Check out the article done by Creative Community Solutions on AuthorASnorton CCS on Instagram. Click on the stories. Doing some tremendous work in arts and entertainment, as well as their current venture. Fellow authors, let's keep doing it. Shouts to Phoenix Blue as she is up for an award that's taking place here in Atlanta, Georgia, July the 13th. Yeah, July the 13th. I'll just say up for an award. I don't want to get it wrong, but check out my IG stories on AuthorASnorton. And again, shouts to all the authors that are come up with some creative stories, creative narratives. Shouts to everybody, all the bookstores, coffee houses, cigar lounges, you name it. Everybody that is supporting me, as a published author, the libraries. Thank you for book clubs, book festivals, each and every one of you. Thank you for your support. It means a lot. And it's part of what helps keeps not only me going, but others going. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Try to see if there's anything else. If so, charge it to my head and not to my heart. The next newsletter should be coming out, I'll say by July 2nd. I'll try to have it ready by the 1st, but worst case, it'll be out by July 2nd. So check it out, as there'll be some updates in there. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I guess those are the main things. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to working on a few items. Always, you guys can connect with me the easiest ways, in addition to what you see on the sign behind you. Instagram, AuthorASnorton. Click on the link in the bio for my Linktree, which is linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton. So make sure to check me out. I'm looking forward to checking you guys out. And as we close out, as I always say, and I flip the order around, but you know what my intentions are. Whether small or big, a victory is a victory. Whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Keep it victorious. Keep it moving. Peace and blessings to all. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday, if not sooner. Okay, take care. Peace. See you later. All right.